Hi, it's me again. So I've got a couple thingies I can talk about. As you can see, I'm it's late again, and actually, I don't think it's that late. It's oh no, it's still 10. Okay, depending on what time you go to bed, that could be very late or not that late or early. I don't know. But yeah, so we're here to do this again. So let's get into it. Hi, my name's Samara. This is me. You're about to hear something really funny.
You don't know what's going on. Try and get me now, Rocket.
And this is my life.
Say hello to Franklin.
Okay, ready for some torture?
This is also hard, letting down my guard.
So, welcome to it. It's blizzarding. So, I've been trying to do some stuff to help my my mental challenges. Trying to use corrective words, be kind and stuff like that instead of saying problem, it's a challenge, or so that it seems more obtainable. Obtainable. Anyways, so I started this case study, Patient X, who is me, and I've been writing down 3 questions. I have a mood scale, so in the morning and at night, right now it's just 1 to 5. 1 being, not very good, and 5 being, yeah, we're great, we're on top of the world. Then I have how do I feel, and then why do I feel that way, and then in the morning it's how am I going to be a champion today. At night it's how was I a champion today. And that question was kind of really cool because not only does it set an intention for your day, it also holds you accountable at the end of the day. And another reason I like that question was the phrasing, because I caught myself on it yesterday, as to, okay, so how was I a champion today? What I tried to say, without really thinking about it, was I a champion today? So there's a huge difference in that question. So one is like, how was I? So you're actually looking for things that you did instead of being like, well, was I? So like you're almost questioning the fact that we're all champions. Every day we make it through, we're all a freaking champion. It's just we don't always tend to see those little things that we do that, helped us, help somebody else. Sometimes they're big, grand. Other times they're just little tiny things. And it's finding, those little pebbles to make, the sandcastle bigger or whatever. It's is late. I've done a lot today. I'm not going to be that uh, agilic with my wordplay. Oh man, I painted a picture today. Off topic, but that's okay. I wanted to paint, and I keep saying that I'm going to paint. So I finally, one night late again, I did the background, and then today I just eyeballed it I just looked up cat stencils because I really wanted to do this one lazy cat, but it was on this phone. I snapshotted it on this, and I was using this phone to watch Abraham Hicks, some of her stuff. So I'm like, shoot, I want to keep listening to this, but I can't look at the picture while I'm listening. Anyways, we just went with a different picture. I got lots of more little canvases that I can do up and do stuff with. So yeah, so this this case study that I'm doing is basically because I've been wanting to go back to counseling. Actually, not so much wanting to. I probably need to go back to counseling, but I'm kind of stuck in this limbo place that it's like, okay, I know I need to talk to somebody, but all the things that they're going to tell me, I already know. Everything that I'm going to tell them, and like I could probably play out the conversation 10 different ways in my head. So I'm like, well, if I already know how it's going to go, well, I can't even say that because you never know how it's going to go. Like, you just don't. But I'm pretty confident in, like, I've gone through it several times that it's like, okay, I'm going to go in there. I'm basically going to, say this is what's going on. And they're going to be like, ask their questions and try to dive in stuff. And I'm just going to do the same thing I always do and just play it to the best of my abilities as to that I'm okay and I'm dealing with it, and the things that I'm not dealing with, well, I'm working on dealing with them. So, and then I feel like, well, what was even the point of doing this? Because now I feel like I'm wasting your time, and I'm like, I don't know, it's a burden thing. Feel like I'm a burden to people, so it's things that I'm working on. And yeah, so I'm doing this case study. My friend and I came up with it one night while we were having a bonfire. And so coming at it from a unbiased opinion. So basically, I'm going to be the counselor as well as the patient. So because I'm only a couple days in on it, it's kind of really short and sweet. So I'm just trying to like just get it down there and just do it. But I really like the questions because again, they make you kind of think, especially that champion one. So another thing that I've been doing is I've been reading. Actually, when I read this one book, Mitch Albom, The Five People You Meet in Heaven. I read this in like 2 days. It's not that big of a book. It's a very easy read book, and I bawled my eyes out at the end of it. Actually, I bawled my eyes out all the way through it. I'm not even gonna lie. I just cry a lot. That's just natural. That has nothing to do with anything. Sensitive, empathic, just it's so much fun being me. But yeah, no, this, if you're looking for a book to read, I highly recommend this one. It really makes you think about your life. And that's what I've been thinking about lately a lot, probably more than I should, which isn't the point. You just, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Don't try and overthink it too much. Just go along, go with the flow. And that kind of, just give it like maybe a brief view of the book. It's about this older guy, Eddie. He's 83, and it basically starts at the end. He dies, and he meets people through like meets these five people that all teach him lessons throughout heaven. And he doesn't understand why he's there because to him his life was meaningless in a sense. It didn't really he didn't really do anything. He didn't go anywhere. Like he had this perception, his own perception of his life. And he's just like I shouldn't be here. I don't like, that undeserving feeling, which is, relatable. So yeah, it was, again, like I said, it's a really easy read, very engaging, very like it keeps your focus. And I probably could have burned through that book in a couple hours. But I tried to keep it so that I could ingest the information and get more out of it. Think about what I'm reading instead of just going through the lines and all that. So yeah, I've been wanting to read books, a lot more books lately. Another book that I would highly recommend is The Alchemist. Paulo Coelho. It's going to be backwards, but Um, this one's basically about again, it's a life thing. Uh, oh, yeah, he's a kid's he's a shepherd and he's going to find his treasure. Um, but he doesn't really know what his treasure is, right? Because he thinks treasure. Um, but along his journey, like he meets these different people that teach him different things, and then he realizes that this like the whole lesson it yeah it's a really I can't say much without giving things away with that one, so I'm like I just if you wanna read it for yourselves, go for it. Again, another quick, easy read through. Like that one didn't take me very long either, and I like to, you know, procrastinate on word things, especially when it gets. I've got like one, two, three, four books all lined up here that I've gotten into, but then it gets daunting, and it's just like, oh, there's like I don't know the word flow and stuff, and some of it's like learning stuff, like Zolar's Encyclopedia of Forbidden and Hidden Knowledge or something like that. I think is the title, and it's very interesting, but it's just because it's more in a sense learning, like learning these things. It's I don't know. I just get tired because again, trying to process it all, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like okay, if that's how that is, and that's how that, like so yeah, so I've been doing that kind of stuff. I just learned this word because I didn't know what the word actually was, but I've been calling it de-gardening. I was told that it's called winterizing the yard. So I am winterizing my yard. And I got a bunch of I started harvesting some of the plants. And one of the things that I harvested was a little tiny pumpkin because the vine started to die and I didn't want the pumpkin to die. So I have a little tiny pumpkin and he's so cute. I like things. So yeah, I don't know if I finished up on that case study thing. I think I'm pretty well like again, it's staring right in front of me. I got to write in tonight's entry thing. I'll do that after this probably because I probably should go to bed eventually. But yeah, so I've been doing that painting. I'm really trying to get my stuff together. um, I know I need to. I know I can. Um, it's the process of it. None of the stuff that I'm going through right now I've never gone through before. So it's all new, which makes it kind of, intimidating. Um, and adulting is just, I don't want to adult anymore. I want a goat. This has been my new thing lately. So goats, they just, they eat, um, they, they lay around, and they headbutt people that annoy them. So, not that I would actually headbutt people, because not many people really annoy me. I find I annoy people probably more than people annoy me, but that's just because I'm hyper. I get excited and then I start talking a lot. If you couldn't tell, and yeah, it's fine. I get it. I'm all right with it. Um, but yeah, so I'm trying to I'm trying to find a way to be kinder to myself because I realize I don't know if I think I might have mentioned that I don't care. I realize much about myself, and so I'm like, okay, well, in order to get anything to change or to stay consistent, or even just like you need to have some kind of drive behind it. Most of that comes from desire. That comes from caring. So I want to be a better person. I don't feel like I'm that great of a person. I have been told otherwise by many different people. That's besides the point. If I don't feel it, then it doesn't really, not that it doesn't mean much coming from other people, but you can't base your opinion of yourself off of other people's opinions of you, because that's not a fixed variable. Those people could, change their minds or leave or whatever. So if you're always, seeking others' approval, you're gonna have a very disappointing life. Well, not really disappointing, but you're gonna be tired, always constantly chasing after people, and that's another thing that I'm really bad for. I chase people. I need to stop doing that, but that's besides the point again. So you need to find that kind of that stability within yourself, and I know that I lack that. So that's kind of what I'm getting at with all of this stuff that I do. I'm just like, well, if it brings me happiness, then that's good. I just can't be trying to find that happiness in other people. I have to find that within me, and that's the same for anybody. Everybody should just you what's that analogy? You have a cup, you have your cup, and your cup's full. You fill your own cup, and you give from that overflowing, that from the saucer. You give other people. You don't give people from your cup, because if you constantly give other people everything that you have nothing left for yourself. And I think that's where my constant burnouts come from, because I'm wanting to do all of these things for other people. I pack way too much on my plate, and then I burn out. But then I keep trying, because I'm like, well, I've made these promises, and I'm really wanting to keep promises because they mean something to me, and they mean something to other people. But yeah, it's just that mental, like, it just weighs on you, and then you get boarded up, and you don't think you can do stuff, and then yeah, that doubt fills the darkness comes in, and then it's just bad. I believe in a thing called love. Do 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 do. The darkness. No, okay. Moving on. So yeah. Anyways, I'm trying to be a little more structured, routine-wise. Yeah, figuring things out, doing stuff. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I think that's a good wrap up. I don't think I have any loose ends here. If I do, I'm sure in another video I will talk about them. But yeah, anyways, so I hope you guys have a great day, week, whenever I see you again. And yeah, be happy, guys. Bye.